guys. It is raining here in Massachusetts, so I apologize if you hear some rain. This new filming spot, I'm like right in front of my front door. I get all this beautiful natural light because my front door has like window panes, so that's like what you see in my glasses. So I try to like look down a little bit because I know that bothers people, but I can't see without these. So you guys know I had difficulties when I do my Mask Monday. I literally just did a week of mask madness, and for me to answer the questions I had to have the stuff like right up here. Anyway, this video is a book I was gonna say a book club video. No, it is not. It's because I'm doing it with Sharmaine, I automatically think that. This is a follow-through with the Beat the Blues collab. If you guys watch Sharmaine's channel, you guys know I did it with her on day 31, but she did it for the whole month of January. She did a Beat the Blues collab, and every single day had a giveaway, and it was absolutely amazing, and every day was something different. Fridays were always like Feel Good Friday, shouting people out, because that's something she does on her channel. But some days were like your highlight of the week. The last one, which is the one me and her did, it was the highlight of the month. It was on the last day of the month. And we're going to follow through with that, and we're doing that every month. So we just posted I think it was the last Tuesday of February, we posted our highlight of the month there. We'll be doing it again for March. The other thing that we wanted to continue on with, that's why we're calling it a follow through. We don't want it to be just for the month of January. Certain things we're going to keep going with throughout the year. And the other one was goals and habits that we want to start implementing. So we figured we would do that one once a month and check in with you guys and let you guys know how we're doing on that. And Charmaine wanted to add also something new that we want to try. So for me, my goals and habits, I don't know if I did this as a video. I definitely did a video for goals for 2023 as like my first Mask Monday of the year. I don't know if I did habits, but you know, they're kind of the same thing really. And a habit I want to have is doing my skincare every single day. For both morning and night. I am always good at doing it at least once. It's the morning one that I struggle with, because the one at night, I tend to shower like at night. You know, I'm talking like 6, 7 o'clock. I shower, I do my night routine, and then I lay in bed, watch a little bit of TV, and go to bed for the night. That one I never forget because I literally wash my face in the shower. If you guys have been watching my self-care Sundays, you know that I have a cleanser in my shower. And then when I get out of the shower, I tone, serum, moisturize, and I'm done. It's the morning one because I tend to wake up very late. So the last 2 weeks on self-care Sundays, I have been holding myself accountable and filming myself doing my skincare every morning and every night. And it has worked out amazingly. It is now a habit of mine. Today I did not film it because I don't want my self-care Sunday to just be skincare all the time. I'm going to do something different this week. It's the plan. We'll see. But I did do it. Unless I'm waking up like really last minute, there's days last week I woke up a little late and normally I would have skipped it, but I didn't let myself skip it, and I just rushed a little more in the morning. There was only one day I had to miss, and it was because I really woke up like way past the time of when I should. And it has felt great. My skin has never felt better. I think part of that is also because of Mask Madness. So that is another habit I want to add in. Not only do I want to do my skincare every morning and night, I want to start incorporating more masks. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, and I said this in my empties video last week, I only do masks on Mask Monday. Why? I don't know. I don't know why I don't think of it the other days of the week. I think it's just because I'm thinking about work the next day, or I'm thinking about my to-do list, what I have to clean, what I have to schedule, you know what I mean? Appointments. Like, we always have so many responsibilities as adults. I feel especially as women. So there's always so much going on, you know. I'm meal prepping, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm working. There's not enough hours in the day. You know, we're always somebody's daughter, somebody's granddaughter. We always have a lot on our plates. I know, like me, not that I'm saying I'm extra special, but you guys know I care for my grandmother. I have a full-time job that requires a lot of work outside of my work hours. You guys know that teachers do that, a lot of work from home. You know, Joe doesn't know how to cook. He started cooking more because of HelloFresh. But anyway, so I'm already going on a tangent. But I want to start doing more masks. So you guys are going to see more masks, I'm hoping, in like my vlogs or in my self-care Sundays. And like the book club video for this week is the goodie box. It's the goodies we're going to use. And instead of just showing one mask, I plan on showing like 3 or 4 that I'm going to use throughout the month. I may not do it every single day like I was doing during Mask Madness, but I definitely want to incorporate more. Another goal I had was to read more books. My goal's been 2 books a month. And in January I didn't do too good, but in February I surpassed it. I was at 4 books. And for March, I've already read 2. So I'm already at my goal, and I still have to read the book club book because I have not read it yet. So, I think my new goal might be 4 books a month. It's still early on in the year. I'll keep my goal at 2, but if I see myself doing this, then maybe I can surpass the goal. So that was a big goal, and I've been hitting that, which is good. So I added a new goal because now I want to start doing face masks more. My skincare was definitely a thing. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. Let's talk about something new we want to try. So you guys know I talked about this in the video. The new thing I really wanted to try for 2023 was new content for my channel. Instead of just doing unboxings and hauls, which I still have unboxing and haul videos. That's still like my Tuesdays and Wednesdays, for the most part, except this video is on a Tuesday. I wanted to start doing more. So I started doing vlogs on Fridays. I started doing outfits of the weeks on Saturday. I started doing self-care Sunday. Mask Mondays I've been doing for a while now, and the book club with Sharmaine. So I've really been enjoying that. I'm learning new editing styles, new filming styles. I'm branching out, which feels really, really good. So I'm happy about that. Something else I've been debating on trying, I also just don't want to add too much to my plate, is I don't know if you guys ever heard of the app Duolingo. I used to be on the app. I used to do it all the time. I used to do it for Portuguese, because for me, there's no point in me learning another language until I can master my second language, because I tell you guys sometimes I don't consider myself fully bilingual, but I am somewhat bilingual. And I had thought about getting back on the app again, especially now that I teach in ESL classes. I do really feel like that would be very beneficial, because we do have a very big Portuguese and Spanish community. And even though obviously they're not the same language, I can understand some words in Spanish that are in Portuguese, because it is like a Latin language. So I do feel like that is something I want to incorporate. Not at the moment. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It might be something a few months down the line. Like I have summers off, so maybe summer, because I'm just really trying to adjust to my new job and my new like workload first before I add anything onto my plate. And that's important. That's right there. Part of self-care is like realizing when you have too much on your plate. So I am just trying to be more aware of, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, what I can handle. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. I'm trying to be more forgiving of myself and not expect too much of me, because sometimes I expect perfection. Like, here I am on this job. I'm only 3 months in, and I'm like so mad at myself because I'm not doing everything exactly right. And I'm not going to do everything exactly right. I'm too new to the job, to learning process. And they're not expecting that of me. So why am I putting that pressure on myself? Another habit, I don't even think I talked about this in that video, but it's something I started doing in February, and I have been really, really good at it, is picking my outfit the night before. That has helped me tremendously with my morning routine, because like I said, I wake up last minute. What I would love to say, guys, I'm going to start waking up 6 a.m. on the dot every single day when my alarm goes off. But I don't think that's something I'm capable of. One day in the future when I have kids, I'm sure they'll wake me up. But right now, it's just not something I can do. I hit snooze a few times, There's days I do. I do wake up, I get everything done, and there's days I don't. And I know that of myself, so I'm not going to put that pressure on myself. But if I can do as much as I can the night before to make my life easier, why not do that? So I have not only been picking out my outfits, which has made a huge difference, I've also been prepping my lunches the night before. I was generally doing that, but it definitely wasn't like every day like it should have been. And now it has been basically every day, and I've noticed a huge difference. Another goal is just like eating out less, eating more at home. Me and Joe are trying to save more money. We're definitely going to go out. I like to have date nights. I want to go out one night a week, especially come April. Starts Food Truck Fridays again. If you guys followed me last year, you guys know I love the Food Truck Fridays events that my area has. It goes from April to October, and I really enjoyed those. So me and Joe will go every Friday, and it is cheaper than a sit-down restaurant. Most sit-down restaurants, like me and Joe just went to one. It was like I don't know. Well, we went to a more expensive one. It was like 130 for the two of us. We've gone to like a cheaper one, and it's like 60 to $80 for the two of us. I would say the food trucks is usually around 50, and sometimes me and Joe, I'll pay for myself, he'll pay for himself. We go to two different trucks. Comes out even cheaper that way because me and Joe don't pool like our money together, even though we live together. His bills are separate from my bills. The only ones we pay together obviously is like rent and cable. So him not paying for my meal saves him money. Me not paying for his saves me money. Although mostly he is paying for me. So it's really helping him save by me paying for my meals on the Food Truck Friday. Well, the original point was we are eating out less. We've been doing really good with that. I mean, I had takeout, I'm not gonna lie, I think twice last week, but that's the most it's been since the new year. And I used to get takeout a lot more. And that was only because one day one was literally on Saturday. I was up till midnight. I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning, and by midnight I was hungry. So I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to go to bed earlier, even on weekends when I'm off. But then I like to enjoy myself. But then I get hungry, so that's what sucks. So then I'm eating a whole nother high caloric meal. What I need to start doing is just having a yogurt or a piece of fruit, and not Joe run into Wendy's because Wendy's has late night hours and getting me Wendy's. And then there was a day I was literally exhausted last week, and I stopped at McDonald's after work. And I mean, it's going to happen from time to time, but it was happening way more frequently before. Way more frequently. It was like probably twice a week, every week, I would say. And now that was rare. There's been full weeks where we're not getting takeout at all, or maybe like once. I have been doing more meal prepping, so that's another like goal of mine. I've been like marinating chicken, putting it in a big gallon-sized bag and leaving in the fridge. I've been remembering to take out meat to thaw. That has always been a huge struggle of mine since I moved out of my mom's house. Especially, well, not so much the first year. The first year I moved out of my mom's house, I still worked at the grocery store. So a lot of times I just bought meat, cashed out, and left. So I always had fresh meat. Since I stopped working at the grocery store, that's when I'm like, oh my God, now I have to actually plan things out and take it out of the freezer. So that is like habits and goals and things that I've been sticking with and I've been feeling really good about. The new thing, like I said, is just the new content on my channel and maybe Duolingo when I have a little bit less on my plate. Dying to see what Sharmaines' new thing is, and how she's been doing with her goals and habits. I know she's been reading a ton more too. So we both been doing really good with that. But yeah, that is it. So I told you guys about my schedule and my content. If any of that sounds good to you, definitely consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so you're notified next time I upload. Definitely go check out Sharmaines' video. I'll be linking her down below. And you guys let me know what your goals were for 2023 and have you been sticking with them. This is the time that they say, like in March, where people start to fall off. In January, everyone's motivated. It's a new month, new year. February, people are still kind of in it because it's only the second month, and by March, that's when there's like a lull and you start seeing less and less people going to the gym. Not that that was a goal of mine, but yeah. And then that is something I do want to start doing once the weather's better. Hopefully by April, the weather will be a lot better here. March is still cold here. They're actually saying it might snow tomorrow. I want to start definitely going on more walks. Me and Joe were doing really good last year. Before we knew we were going to Disney World, I was like, hey, let's go on more walks. We know that we're going to be walking a lot in February. So me and him went on a lot of walks like September and October, almost every day after work. And then November hit, it got freezing cold. We stopped going, and then Disney came and went. And in the summer, we walked a few times, but definitely not as much as we should. We live in such a beautiful area now. I literally have my own yard. I always say, like, oh my God, I want to be one of those girlies. Like, since I have summer off, I want to take my yoga mat and go in the backyard and do some workouts. And I never do it. So maybe that's a goal for mine this year. I'll talk about it as I get closer. There's definitely more things I can put on my plate in the summer because I have summers off. I'm blessed in that department. But I do a lot of work during the school year. I remember my mentor, because I'm a new teacher, we all get mentors, and he literally told me, like, oh, everyone's always like, you only work 9 months out of the year, blah, 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 you know, like, not like talking shit, but like, talk about you work so hard, but you only work 9 months out of the year. But we bust our butts those 9 months. Like, I'm not saying my work is like physical. It's not, you know, like Joe's job is physical. He comes home exhausted, but our job is a lot of mental. There's a lot of deadlines, a lot of paperwork, a lot of meetings, and You do a lot as a teacher, like coming up with a lesson plan every single day, meeting, you have to have a teacher goal, you have to have a student goal. There's so many things about teaching that I didn't even realize. I literally have to send in paperwork to my state, like to the state of Massachusetts, and they have to see the work I'm doing to see that I am meeting my goal and my students are meeting my goal. I didn't even know that that was things they had to do. And now I might have to sign up for school again. Not might, I have to if I want to continue being a teacher. So it's been a lot on my plate. It's been a lot mentally. I have some rough days, but I've been doing pretty good. And the little self-care moments have been helping, like the masks and the skincare. And if you guys saw my self-care video, I did a journaling. And that's literally of all the things I talked about in this video, my major goal is just remembering that I'm doing my absolute best. And just take a deep breath and tell myself that that's all I can do. All I can do is my absolute best. And as long as I'm trying my absolute best, then I can't be too hard on myself, because I can't do what I can't do. You know what I mean? There's not enough hours in the day. I keep hoping, I think about time, like retirement, and I'm like, oh, I just want to be there already. And I'm only like 31. And it's not that I don't want to work. I just want less on my plate. I want less responsibilities. Sometimes I tell my mom, I wish I had got a job that was like, didn't require a degree, like something like, not that I'm saying that those jobs are less than, because you guys know I cashiered for 8 years. I had my college degree for 5 years while I cashiered. But I wish I had something again where I clocked in, worked, clocked out, and I didn't think about work when I got out of work. You know what I mean? I worked at the grocery store. My hours are mostly like 8 to 4, 8 to 5. And after 5, that was it. The day was mine. And now it's not, sadly. I start thinking, okay, what lesson plan am I doing for tomorrow? You know what I mean? What meeting's coming up next? Even my old job, like I wasn't a teacher, but I worked with students. So there was certain like criteria I had to meet. There was a lot of work from home for that one too. And sometimes I wonder, I wish I could have just took a job where I like clocked in, did something that didn't take too much effort, and clocked out. But it's unfortunate that those jobs just don't pay a living wage. Because I'm not struggling now. I'm definitely not doing as good as I want to be. And so I can't imagine if I was working at the grocery store still, as much as I love the job. And then another goal was paying off my debt, now that I just thought about that. And I am doing amazing with that, guys. Literally, I told myself by end of summer, I want all my credit card debt done. I think I'm going to surpass that. I think I'm going to start the summer already with no credit card debt. I am amazed. All my credit cards were over $1,000, and I have quite a few. I have like 5 or 6 credit cards, maybe 7. And now they are all under 500. Some of them are almost paid off. I think I have one that has a balance of 100 and something, one that has a balance of 200 and something. Like, my highest balance is under 500. It's 400 something. I am doing amazingly, amazingly, amazingly well with that. And I think it's like this job, because obviously I am making more. Honestly, though, the checks are almost the same, like week to week, if I compare it that way. But now I get the paid breaks. So I had that February off. I got paid for it. I had that week off on Christmas. I got paid for it. All the Monday holidays. I'm trying to think if there was a Monday holiday recently that I can think of that's coming to me. But like Friday is going to be Good Friday in like 2 weeks. I'm going to get paid for it. So my checks are the same every single week. So it's steady income. In the summer, I'm going to get paid. Where my other job, like I said, the checks were almost the same. But then 1 week, I didn't get a check. Oh my God, February vacation came and went, no check. So now I'm like, okay, now I have no money. Or I got to like try to save half of the paycheck from last week. I had to make it stretch more. If there was a Monday holiday or like Good Friday, I wouldn't have been paid. So that was a little chunk out of my check. So I think that has made such a difference. And that's why I do want to continue with this job. Not just because of the pay and the benefits, even though I love those. I have been loving teaching the kids. The only part of the job is the deadlines and the meetings and the stuff that isn't with the kids. That's the stuff that's really tough. And like I said, all I can do is try my best and take a deep breath. And that is my main goal of the year, is literally just to do my absolute best and to stay calm and get my anxiety in check. So that is something I've been talking about, my self-care Sundays. And I am switching doctors. That is in the process of happening already. And then when I switch doctors, it's on to step 2. I got to actually see the doctor and talk to her about what's been going on and seeing what she thinks my next step will be. But the doctor I currently had, I just don't feel comfortable with. So switching doctors was definitely number 1. I think I'm doing really well, guys. Like, I definitely have rough moments, but I'm doing well. I really am. I'm just trying to focus on the good. That's all you guys can do. Focus on the good. Go check out Sharmaine. She will be linked down below. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Like the video if you like the video. Helps the YouTube algorithm. And be safe, guys.